So I'll just move on to the presentation. So what is Redington? What is, I'm sure you all must be knowing what Redington is. I don't have to speak much about it. As we see, we are into products, services, and in solutions. One of the top-notch distributor as far as the entire gamut of IT products, solutions, smartphones are concerned. We are into services and solutions. Widespread areas, I would not say, since I represent mostly from the cloud part of it, but we are into a lot of things like enterprise, professional services, managed services obviously is a big game for us in the cloud space, logistics, support services, and 3D printing as well. Huge network, and we have built large relationships with all of you, covering more than 300 brands. The association is more than 300 brands as of now, as I speak, and more than 40,000 plus customers, channel partners, in fact. So, as you can see, the outstanding financial performance also, the return on equity is more than 20%, and for the FY21, and the return on capital employed is almost, it's 66% over here, but we have reached approximately between 60 to 70%. Professionally run and board governed, that is very important. We even have a SEBI status, a listed entity with no promoter. So these are few of the, I would say, the highlights of what Redington is all about. So moving forward, this is our portfolio, as I mentioned, that we are into almost everything. Every space, every product you consider from the technology perspective, we are there. Be it the hardware side of it, be it the software. Now, big time into cloud resale and managed services as well. Security is something which is of paramount importance these days for most of the customers. So we are there as well. PCs, laptops, tablets, obviously it has been going on since ages. Printers, smartphones, one of the largest distributor of iPhones in India. Servers and storage. We even do licensing and subscription. We sell licenses for Oracle, for SAP. So presence almost covering 31 odd countries, and the markets, if we specifically speak about markets, global markets, around 38 odd countries are there. Number 1, number 2 position across all the market segments. We have presence across all the product categories which I have just mentioned in my previous slide. So we are into each and every product category in cutting across all the market segments. Yeah, now coming on to what I am into, and that is the cloud space. So which we are obviously revamping a big time, and that's where we are. This is the portfolio of cloud services specifically, cutting across almost all the verticals, the industry segments, be it BFSI, healthcare, in fact the government initiatives of smart city and the data center migration, which is of great weightage to the government entities these days. In the media and entertainment space, data streaming, the OTT platforms, online publishing, your analytics, so we are into that. Manufacturing, a lot of the ERP driven applications over there. So we are doing a lot of migrations as far as the ERP migration is concerned to the cloud, moving the manufacturing customers who are there on data center and they want to start their cloud adoption journey. Apart from that, yes, bundled solutions for the small medium enterprises, SMB segment, mid-market segment, education, digital classroom, and virtual labs. So this is our whole gamut of cloud services or the cloud portfolio, which we are actually catering to, and we strive for being the industry leader with the digital first approach. Moving on to the strategic relationships, we are advanced consulting partner of AWS. and recently we have even got the migration, we have certified the migration competency review. So we are entering into, deep diving into the MAP programs from the hyperscaler, specifically from AWS. We are gold partners of Microsoft Azure, and in terms of the gold partner for all the segments, I would say, as far as Azure is concerned. Largest SAP on cloud partner. We are silver partners of IBM and platinum partners of Oracle. Recently, we have also had a partnership with Google. This is the only partnership of a distributor in India with Google. So we recently had that partnership going, and we are going to be working on the pursuits which are there from on the Google Cloud. So this talks specifically about our strategic relationships, and you can see how powerful Redington is if we talk about the hyperscalers per se. Now coming to the competencies which we have on cloud. So we are adept in advisory and consulting, the strategy and consulting wing. We are into business development, whereas the lead and demand generation, CLM, the entire CLM, the customer lifecycle management. We have a cloud academy where we run a lot of accelerator programs, training, enabling and helping our solution guys, sales guys to basically do a lot of solution selling, so that they are technically enabled to have good, fruitful conversation, technical conversations with the esteemed partners and the customers. Apart from that, we have the a mini COE of cloud migration services. Migration actually runs on a factory-driven approach, which we have carved out, be it a lift and shift, that is the rehosting on the cloud, running your SAP, moving your SAP systems from the on-premises to the cloud, so SAP on cloud, O365 or Microsoft 365 migration. Apart from that, we have an excellent digital platform which is into production right now, and you can do a lot of self-service stuff from there. So you can have an auto cataloging over there, a payment gateway is integrated, subscription and management. So it's an excellent platform, and we are revamping it with a lot of additional features which you will be seeing very soon. One-stop shop for everything with a single pane of glass. And obviously a robust managed services 24/7. It depends whether you need a 24/7 or a 8/5 managed services. So we have SAP basis support, cloud monitoring, constant monitoring and optimization, which runs through managed services deployments, then your adequately and with what customer requires, the SLA which customer requires, we actually frame and try to pitch those SLAs in tandem or in conversation with our partners and the esteemed customers. So this is the whole gamut of the competencies which we possess, which we boast of as far as the hyperscalers or the cloud is concerned. So moving on to how we do. So migration is of utmost importance these days, because everything, the cloud adoption framework also talks about migration. So migration, whenever a customer thinks of cloud or have a conversation within their exec management, the only thing which comes in mind is how am I going to do the migration, and am I following the appropriate or the pertinent approach to carve out my migration strategy or my roadmap. So that's where we lend our helping hand to the esteemed customer or the partner, and we conduct workshops with our customers. We try to understand their motivational drivers. What are the trigger points for them to move on to the cloud? Is it the reducing the technical debt or the total cost of ownership from the capex perspective within their data centers, or they want to come up with innovative solutions, they want to modernize their existing applications. So we try to understand all these things and then frame the complete strategy and the roadmap for them. Post that, we try to do the assessment and discovery of their entire IT landscape. So that means that obviously, yes, most of the times customers say that we already have the CMDB ready, or we can share with you the BOQ. But that is not an accurate configuration management database which is there for their existing assets or their resources which are provisioned on premises. So we tell them that we can do an agentless or an agent-driven discovery of your entire IT landscape, and basis which we can provide you the recommendations of how you can provision your workloads on the cloud. Whether it's a compute intensive workload which you are running on your on premises, is it a memory intensive or a storage intensive? So, and the cost effective way of provisioning the resources on the cloud. Now customers understand that, but they want to see the tangible stuff. How you are only talking, can you show me or can you do a small POC and help us understand that yes, there is a confidence going, or we see the tangible benefits over there. So that's where the next approach for us as far as migration is concerned, we conduct a small POC and we move a small part of the sandbox environment to we host it on the cloud or provision it on the cloud, and we show the benefits. See, migration is always a double mortgage. Even if you have set up a landing zone on the cloud, you cannot just retire your existing on-premises stuff at one go. It takes time, and in order to have the payback accomplished or achieved, it cannot happen in just 2 months, 3 months, or 6 months. In order to have that payback or the break even, you need to be invested, or you need to have your workloads running. So it takes at least 2 to 3 years to get the tangible benefits out of it. So this is how we, and obviously yes, after conducting the POC, we do a final cutover where the customer gains the confidence that yes, the people whom we are talking to or in conversation with really have the capability and the competency of moving my workloads to the cloud. It depends whether they want to keep their mission critical applications on premises and just want to move a web tier or some of the application tier to the cloud. So post that, we do the final cutover, we do a final migration, and we do not leave the customer over there. We tell them that no, we are not going to leave your hand. We'll be holding your hand and we'll be providing you a 24/7 managed cloud support as well, managed services. So it's a holistically thought of COE, I would say, a factory approach where we are doing advisory and consulting. We are doing the migration as well. We are running POCs where you gain the confidence, and post that the final migration as well. Yeah. We come up with a migration plan, as I've already spoken about, proof of concept, proof of value, obviously demonstrated when we do the cutover or a movement of a small sandbox environment to the cloud, and obviously manage, support, and optimize. Optimize word is very important over here because these days the cloud costs are running out of control. We definitely try to provision everything on the cloud, but we need to think of the cost as well. Yeah. So a journey with AWS, I would say. Mostly I'll talk about AWS over here. How it started, we started with a one partner, one customer in 2015 with $100 monthly recurring revenue. And we have come to, now it's May 2022, in fact it's August, but until May 22, almost close to 600 partners and 4,000 plus customers. And that's where we have run a lot of programs, the CDN Content Delivery Network program, SAP on AWS. That is of utmost importance because these days we are getting a lot of requests as far as the ERP migration is concerned. And the SMB assessment, migration acceleration, with the credentials of being advanced consulting partner and this hosting on the cloud, it's approximately with all these key features of end-to-end data encryption, quick server deployment, 9x5 support. It's of $150 per month. For multi-tier website hosting, medium to large workloads where you run the first one was primarily from the dev test environment kind of initiative. The next one is the production environment. You have a full-blown multi-tier website with dynamic workloads. That is approximately $735 per month. If you don't want the high availability or the resiliency, it cuts down to $515 per month. And we have a very good offering of AWS Workspaces. That is the desktop as a service solution as well. A virtual desktop bundle of $150 per month. So this is the cloud bundles. I'll move on to the CDN program, which is of very close to our heart and which we actually started with. Yes, I'll be just wrapping it up in 2 minutes. So it's a professional and the enterprise bundle. So it works on the commitment which the customers give us. We ask them that, we tell them that this is the commitment which we need from you in order to give you a pro bundle, a professional bundle, or an enterprise bundle on the CDN services. And you see, AWS charges normally 17 cents per GB. What we are giving is approximately $0.05 per GB. And with all the HTTPS requests, TTL, custom TTL, and other things. So it's a great solution, I would say, and which definitely partners and customers should think of. The last one is the backup bundles which we give. So starting from dev test environment, moving on to the medium databases and to the big data part of it. So these are the packs, the essential, enhance, and the professional packs which we provide. And professional obviously talks about more than 10 terabytes of data where your snowball comes into picture. So this is the kind of offering which we give. And I have to wrap my session. Thank you so much. And I really apologize for the glitch.